Dr. Liz Lister. She has quite a resume here. She is an OBGYN medical doctor, best-selling author and speaker, and hormone expert. She graduated from Cornell University with honors, went to medical school at UC Irvine, and got her master's degree in community health at UCLA. So she also has a private practice where she helps men and women lose weight, have more energy, and increase their motivation and drive, and generally just feel good. And she's demonstrated that herself. This is pretty awesome. She just turned 50 a few years ago and celebrated it by climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Wow. I can't even find Mount Kilimanjaro. So today she's going to talk about the 5 keys to unlock your great feeling great at every single age. Let me introduce Dr. Liz Lister.
They say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Do you think that that's true regarding getting older? Me too. I think so too. Raise your hand if, when you were 20, you thought that 60 was really old. Now that I'm approaching 60 in a couple of years, I just want to know, how did everybody else get younger than me? Okay, don't raise your hand for this one. If, when you got out of bed this morning, there were sound effects. Most people only pay attention to their health when something goes wrong. But you are not most people. Most people also believe that as we get older, we necessarily get sicker and weaker. But again, you are not most people. It could be true that as you get older, you could get sick or weak, but that's only if you don't make a health success plan. Our bodies, your body is like a finely tuned car. And today, I'm going to hand you the keys. 5 keys to unlock feeling great at every age. We don't have a lot of time together today, so I promise to let you know how we can stay connected going forward. Fair enough? Okay, excellent. I don't want you to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose. I don't want to stuff you with information. I do want to share with you, however, these 5 keys. You here are a lot of things to a lot of people. You are coaches, healers, professionals, spouses, parents, kids. I am a mom, a wife, a medical doctor, a business owner, but mostly I'm someone who really loves life. And I want to feel good so I can enjoy my life. In fact, I want to feel great. Amen. That's right, amen. That is my main message to you today, that in order to do everything you want to do in your life, it's worth feeling great. Let's review. If you remember nothing else from today, in order to do everything you want to do in your life, it's worth feeling great. Excellent. You guys are quick learners. I have actually already given you a clue to our system, and that is that GREAT is an acronym. You've got the 5 keys on your handout, and the first key is G. And G is for gain knowledge. Let's start gaining knowledge with a trick question. Who tends to get sicker, 20-year-olds or 60-year-olds? That's right. And why is that? That's because, for the most part, we hit our hormonal peak around age 20. Remember 20? I remember 20. I could eat whatever I wanted. You could eat any You can eat crappy, not get enough sleep, and the next day go about your business like there's no problem. And why is that? That's because at the younger age, around this hormonal peak, we have hormones that are flowing through our bodies from our heads to our toes, which is happening all the time. This is the answer to the question, hormones do what? The answer is everything. They are flowing through our bodies all the time, day and night, from our head to our toes. And when we were 20, it was flowing around our muscles and our joints, and when you got out of bed, no sound effects. So what happens as we get older? For women, starting around age 30, the first hormone that tends to decline is progesterone, and that affects our sleep and our mood. In our 40s, estrogen starts to get irregular. And that also further affects our mood and how we're feeling and what our cycle is doing. And in our 50s, most of us go into menopause. Men, for you, your testosterone levels go down 1 to 2% every year, starting at age 30. Wow is right. Now you know an insider doctor's secret, that a lot of the symptoms and changes in our bodies as we get older that we're told that we just have to accept, you don't have to. It's due to those types of hormonal changes as we get older. G is for gain knowledge. R is for realize the truth about hormones. Realize the truth about hormones. In 2002, I was selling my house. Remy, my realtor, and by the way, none of the names I use are real people, they're real names. Remy was helping me sell my house. She walked into my house, beet red, dripping sweat, and plopped onto my couch. I knew what she was going to tell me next. She says, my doctor yanked me off of my hormones. She'd been feeling good. In 2002, we began to hear results from a study called the Women's Health Initiative. Raise your hand if you've heard of that study. Oh, a lot of you have. That study, unfortunately, continues to put fear into the hearts and minds of women and, unfortunately, doctors as well. The women in the group being given hormones had a slight increase in their risk of breast cancer. We now know that it's because of exactly the types of hormones they were given. They were given estrogen made from pregnant horses' urine. Ew. And they were given progestin, which was what we call a synthetic or non-bioidentical form of progesterone. All this means is that when you use what we call bioidentical, all bioidentical means is that it's the same form as what our bodies previously made enough of. And by the way, sometimes I call hormones the H word, because I talk about hormones and people kind of check out like I'm trying to take them back to high school biology class. But really, you now know how important they are. I recently got to hear Suzanne Summers speak. It was a lot of fun. She looks the same. She's 72. And she said, it doesn't make sense. If you don't feel good, why wouldn't you put back into your body what it used to make enough of? G is for gain knowledge. R is for realize the truth about hormones. E is for expectations that need to be managed. My patient Evelyn came to see me in her 60s. At this point, she was still working, babysitting her little grandkids, pursuing her hobbies, and in a relationship with a great man. She said to me, Dr. Liz, I don't want to just be faking it. I want to actually feel good. She had been feeling good, and a doctor had taken her off of her hormones, and now she was feeling terrible again, and she comes to see me. How quickly do you suppose that Evelyn wanted to feel better? right now. That's exactly right. You're all so smart. Okay, so how do we manage our expectations? First of all, I want you to keep in mind that the one precious body that you were issued at birth, caring for that body is a lifetime project. Also, these things simply take time. We will talk more about that in a little bit. Most of the patients that I work with feel better within about a month. And by most, I mean 95%. The other 5%, we need a little bit more time. I see them at the 1 month mark, and we make a little bit of adjustments, and then they feel better as well. Now, I always say Murphy's Law applies extra to me. So which group do you suppose Evelyn fell into? The small group, the few that need a little more time. She was in a panic. It actually only took about another week or two after that for her to get to feeling great. At about the 2 month mark of our work together, she was really feeling good and was about 16 pounds down on her weight loss journey. So she was on her way. We've gained knowledge. We've realized the truth about hormones. Expectations, we're going to manage those. A is for advocate. Anna came to see me at age 39. She and her husband had been working on trying to get pregnant for some time without success. Anna was on medication for low thyroid. Unfortunately, this is another doctor's secret for you. In the conventional medical world, there are some conditions that are treated in a very limited way. This is especially true for low thyroid. She was on the standard medication, and she was told by her doctors that her labs were normal. Yeah, I think people here have been told that. We looked a lot deeper. We did a lot more testing, looked at a lot more areas of her health, made small adjustments to the medications she was taking for her low thyroid, and soon after she got pregnant, went on to have a healthy baby boy. I've actually gotten a few women pregnant. There is out there in the medical world a continuum of doctors. Over here on one end, we have conventional medicine, where typically you tell the doctor a symptom and they figure out a pill to give you to put a Band-Aid on the symptom. Over at the other extreme are the anti-aging doctors who take care of the movie stars. They're the ones doing the experimental treatments that you read about online. I'm not at that extreme, but I'm on this side of the middle. Because on this side of the middle, we're looking at the underlying causes, not just the symptoms. You need to find a doctor who's going to look past normal and get you to optimal so that you can feel great. Yeah. By the way, do you think hormones, replenishing hormones, is all you have to do to be in great health? That's right. No. There's a lot more to do. There is exercise, which science unfortunately shows that it doesn't help a lot with losing weight, but it helps with maintaining a healthy weight, and it helps a great deal with mental health benefits. Also, nutrition, critically important. Anything you can do to reduce stress, keeping your mind active and your spirit lifted, all of those are important as well. I need you to advocate for yourselves. You be the tail that wags the dog. We've gained knowledge. We've realized the truth about hormones. Expectations, we can manage them. And you're going to advocate for yourself. finally, the fifth key. You all came here today because you are ready to thrive. That's right. T is for thrive. Tally came to see me in her early 50s. She was still going through her transition into menopause. She wasn't feeling horrible. She was just feeling a little off. She was feeling a little warm, a little sweaty during the night, which was disrupting her sleep, and then she felt tired the next day. With her, I did what we do, which is I start low and go slow. At first, a little bit of testosterone helped her feel better, and a little progesterone helped her sleep. Finally, a little bit of estrogen cleared up what was left of her menopause-related symptoms, and we got her feeling really good. Most recently, she went on a trip to Paris with her partner. They took her kids, his kids, and they had a fantastic time. And why is that? Because we got her ready to thrive. We got her feeling great. So what are you going to do once you feel great? Are you going to roll the dice? You're going to pray and hope that it lasts? No. You don't go to the dentist once and hope that your teeth will stay in good shape. You need a maintenance mindset and a maintenance support structure. Every one of you here has gone through a set of behaviors that have gotten you to a goal. However, a lot of times, the same behaviors that get you to a goal are not the same behaviors that keep you there. Dating is different than marriage. A maintenance mindset helps you do the little steps that you need to do on a daily basis in order to stay feeling great. A maintenance support structure includes the right people. Not just the right doctor, but there are so many people now that can help you feel great. There are nutritionists, chiropractors, coaches, acupuncturists, hypnotherapists, naturopaths, homeopaths, all kinds, energy healers, all kinds of people to help you with your health success plan. I want to leave you with a story. My friend David was 85 years old. He was bent over in pain with multiple medical problems on 8 different prescription medications. And he looked up at me one day, he said, "Dr. Liz, if I had known I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself." Do you want this to be you? No, and I don't want that for you. I want you to gain knowledge, realize the truth about hormones, manage your expectations, advocate for yourself. And you're not just here to survive, you're here to thrive. I want you to take these keys, put them in the car, in your car, and drive off on the adventure that is your life. Don't settle. Go for great!
Are you a speaker looking to reach more people with your message? You have a global vision that you want to touch the world and make a global difference. If so, I have an amazing opportunity for you. It's called the Speaker Talent Search. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. You'll find all the details, but here are the highlights. With one application process, you get clarity on your message. You get to fine-tune how you want to reach the world. Then you'll have everything ready in one place for the opportunities when they come. Second, we select you as a finalist. You get to come in and audition with a 7-minute audition, open up the door to hundreds of speaking opportunities. I hope you lean in. I hope you say yes. We would love to hear your message. Help you touch the world powerfully. Again, that's the speaker, talentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your powerful message.